there really is a strong pull, I think, especially in internet spaces around this. And it can be tricky because the way kind of algorithms are designed is they create our own echo chambers. And I think what happens for a lot of people is they fall down certain rabbit holes where it seems like everyone they encounter is converting. That like that's just what's happening. Or I remember someone once leaving this very kind comment on one of my videos saying, "Wow, like I think revival is sweeping across the world because every video I see on YouTube is about Christianity." And it was so great, but I didn't burst their bubble, but the reality is, well, you probably like Christian videos, and so YouTube's showing you more of them. And I think that can be kind of psychologically not dangerous, but just powerful, perhaps is the word, when it comes to conversion, because all of a sudden we can kind of curate a feed of everyone's doing this, and you begin to feel crazy if you're not the one doing it. I think it happens in person as well. Like you can talk about at colleges. I remember even when I was at Moody, the kind of first big trend was everyone becoming Anglican because of two very influential theology professors there who are Anglican. And well, everyone's doing that, so that's just what you do. And then finding certain circles of people who are really interested in Catholicism or Orthodoxy, and you begin to kind of self-select, and that's the conversations that you have all the time. So I do think it's helpful to think about that. And within that, I want to kind of continue down that, in that you mentioned in your book that theology is not the right place to start when evaluating conversion. Now, that's not to say that theology is not important, and we'll get to that. But you say psychology is the right place to start when thinking about conversion. And you write this: "To understand this phenomenon, the best place to start, we contend, is not with the theological claims that have lain at the forefront of Protestant Catholic debates for centuries, and which many converts themselves foreground in narrating their own trajectories. The proper place to start, rather, is where most conversations begin, in the soul." So I sense that this is related to what you were just saying, but I want to keep going on this. Why start here?
Yeah, there's a desire for enchantment, most of us are familiar with the contributions of Charles Taylor. I think Augustine speaks to this at the beginning of his Confessions. "O Lord, you have formed us for yourself, and our heart is restless until it finds its rest in thee." He uses the singular heart, cor, not the plural, corda, even though we tend to quote it in the plural. Our hearts are. And I think the reason why Augustine uses the singular is because he's pointing to this longing that we all share, this longing that we all desire. And when an individual looks at their life situation or their church and they don't find the resources to feed their faith, they'll look elsewhere. And we are all contending with that vacuous heart at some level. That is to say, we don't have as much intimacy with God as we desire, right? Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. And so if you go so long without finding the requisite support and engagement in your community, then conversion becomes a real option. And so it starts there. It starts in the heart, and then it naturally leads toward the cognition. What do I believe? What is this other tradition saying? Can I support that? Can I embrace that? And that is the blessed process of considering your faith, giving an answer for the hope within. And that's precisely the conversation we need to be having. And I just love programs like yours and others that are providing space in which people can be informed and do the necessary reflection.